just want your opinion. If he goes 1-1, you think he's back or not?
I think it depends on which one he wins. The whole situation kind of evolves over time. The way it's evolved right now, as I look at it here, I say to myself, well, if you win that NC State game and you've won 3 of your last 4 games, you would have a road win against NC State, a place where Florida State struggles every year, and you would have won. Again, you would have won 3 of your last 4 games. I would say that may be when they announce it and just say, you know what, let's hope for the best in Gainesville, but let's go ahead and announce that he's coming back now to not have to make the decision after 1-1. Now, if you lose to NC State, I can make the argument you should go the other way. But I, clearly if they win these last 2 games, I just cannot imagine a scenario, even if they told themselves, as they said in that release, that they're going to assess everything at the end of the season. I just cannot imagine any scenario where you win these 2 games and you still go ahead and make a change. So that may disappoint some people, but I just can't see that happening.
Yeah, that'll be a topic and a discussion the entire offseason, what that feels like to Florida State fans, what that means for Florida State football. Everybody will have different opinions about that. I know I will. I think you're hitching a wagon to mediocrity at best if you do that. But, hey, that's some other people might have a different vantage point there. However.
Well, hey, can I just throw in one thing real quick?
Yep.
And again, I mean, because we all do this, and we make decisions, we talk about this decision like it's a binary decision.
Sure.
The money's a huge thing out there. And so that's $60-70 million. It's not a matter of whether or not you can come up with it. It's whether or not you want to spend it. There's things we could do around our house that Ken and I discuss all the time. We love to doing that. Why wouldn't we want a new kitchen? Why wouldn't we want a new master bathroom? But it's also that money is gone once you spend it. And so I do think that every time we discuss this, I think we're doing a disservice if we don't bring that up.
But there are some things you have to fix.
Sure.
I feel like this
when the roof goes,
yeah.
It's not a question.
This toilet's not working, Ira. We're going to need a new toilet, brother. We cannot. I mean, this kitchen's ugly, but I can live with the kitchen. The stove's working. But this toilet's got to work now. And it's just a matter of how you would categorize this at this point. I think it's interesting. If they beat NC State, I still think if you go on the road and let's say Florida loses again this week to Tennessee and they're sitting there as a 3-win team and they house your ass, I think that will have a huge impact. Do you not?
Well, I think it depends on what you want to do. Listen, I mean, because at the end of the day, that's what it's going to come down to. And I think that's where we are right now. And to me, as I read the tea leaves, I just think they don't want to write the check. They don't want to spend this money. They don't want to make the change. And so that's what I think if they wanted to, they've had opportunities to do that.
Oh, right after the Stanford game, yes.
They could have done it after Stanford. They could have done it after Clemson. And I think what we're doing now over the last few weeks is, okay, when do you not give us a choice anymore? And so if you beat NC State, I feel like then they could say, we don't want to write that check anyway, so let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and make the announcement now, or if you want to wait till after Gainesville. But if you don't want to make the change, which I'm just assuming at this point they don't want to because they don't want to spend that money, and they don't believe that the roof is caved in, then I think you do what you can to get to that answer. But yeah, man, if they genuinely don't know what they're going to do, then yeah, losing at home losing the last game of season to Florida could tilt it the other way.
Tom and I view this as the toilet's not working. You cannot wander about the house without a working toilet.
Yeah, or it could be a kitchen, but you're a chef for a living and you work out of your kitchen at home. Like, so that kitchen can make you money if you redo the kitchen. That's what football is. But he's right about that. They've had every opportunity to say no mas, and they're saying mas, Mike, more.
We got to see how the games play, and I don't feel like litigating this on a Monday because the games are going to be played. They're playing Friday, and then they're playing, the following, a week from Saturday. So you're going to get some more data points, for lack of a better term. But I'm just going to say, if you beat NC State, who sucks, like you, they're 2-4. What are we, 2-5 in the ACC? They're 2-4 in the ACC. So it's a rock fight between two bums. You get a win over them on the road, and whatever, puff out your chest if you want, but you go and lose to Florida, who's won 3 games, and you're like, oh, no, we're good. Man, it's hard to take you seriously.
Out of curiosity, didn't you feel like Saturday's game was a rock fight?
For a lot of it, yeah.
And that first half especially.
You got 2 quarterbacks who can't throw.
Yeah, like of
accurately.
Course you want the result. You want the win. It's better than the alternative. But that first half was it was one of these. You're like squirming in your seat as you're watching. Like,
well, it's bad football. Neither team is good. That's I mean, look, let's just put it that way. When you're watching the game, it's evident that neither team is good. Just like this is my fear. By the way, my fear is that is the feeling that you'll have going into next season if you carry this over. This fear of, I don't know, man. We're going to go 6-6 again. That's what we do around here these days. I mean, that's going to be the sense, the feel.
Well, yes, it will be that it's the perfect time to use the fan side of the thing. Sometimes we use the analyst side, but what did you feel watching that game? And I was talking to a couple of people today.
Empty. I felt empty.
Right. People who said that, hey, I'm glad we scored a touchdown on that drive, but I wasn't like high-fiving people in the room. I was like, okay, nice drive. Like when you lose that fire, that's dangerous.
It's very dangerous.
That's dangerous from an economic standpoint for the university. And I know that the check is dangerous from an economic standpoint for the university for the buyout. But man, that his fate is not written in the stars speaks volumes by itself. Can we agree on that without getting into the ins and outs of it?
Yeah, I've talked about standards, and I've talked about what we're not reaching and what we now look like, and we're not taken seriously, and all those things. That's exactly. By the way, that is regardless of where you stand on this. I'm telling you, the way that you will be talked about, viewed, written about, perceived going into next season without making a move, no matter what happens in these next 2 games. You'll be seen as an also-ran that is not a serious player for the college football playoff. You could argue and say, well, that's unfair. Well, whatever. But that's the way you're going to be perceived.
Well, this is the thing, too. All the decisions that you've made, be it to sue the ACC, aggressive decision, and a good one.
Good one.
And it paid off for you, literally.
Yes, it did.
The stadium, the football-only facility.
Yes, all of it.
The coaching salaries. That sends one message about constant
who you are,
commitment.
what you expect to be, what the standard is.
This and keeping him
sends another one.
The opposite message. It's the same people making the call.
Well, it sends the message that you're broke. It's Jeff Cameron Show 93.3 Real Talk Radio, Warchant TV.